Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Pro Wrestling Tonight, right here on IndieQuebec.com. It's the Prez once again here with my co-host, none other than magnificent Drey Breeze himself. How you doing, Drey?
Doing good, doing good.
So, yeah, it's been a pretty big week in wrestling. Let's start off with, I guess, the biggest news of the week. Sasha Banks and Naomi walking out in the middle of an episode of Raw. Like, the show had already been on the air. Apparently, they just don't like the way the creative is going, and they just walk out.
What I read was creative changed something on them. They said they met with Vince McMahon. They told him they weren't happy with what it was supposed to, the way it was supposed to go down, that they weren't getting pushed as a tag team because they're the tag team champions. And they didn't like the six-way or how it was supposed to end with Naomi going over or something like that. And pinning, Naomi was supposed to pin Sasha Banks.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and then they were like, because they released a statement after. I'm not sure exactly who released a statement, but saying that they wanted one to pin the other and that they were going to basically like not care about the women's titles for a bit.
Yeah, they were going to put it aside for like 2-3 months. Yeah.
And they were.
That's a long time.
Yeah, so they were pissed about that. So they just ditch out on the main event, and WWE has to come up with a plan. So they put, I think it was Asuka against Becky Lynch instead.
Yeah, but they were all supposed to be a six-way or something like that at first. Something retarded like that. One of those WWE retarded.
And then, so then during the show, WWE is like taking shots at them, saying that they were scared or whatnot, trying to make an angle out of it, which you can't blame them. I mean, you can't like not, I guess.
Yeah.
It's already been announced.
And what I read was they asked for a meeting with Vince McMahon. Vince said yes. They met with him. They said something to him, their idea or whatnot. He said he was okay with what they were saying. Then they left the office and apparently was overturned again by one of the producers. They wouldn't say which producer it was, but apparently he was storming around backstage, calling them all kinds of names, like little brats, little bitches, entitled. He was calling them a bunch of names, man, apparently. So they got pissed out to wazoo, handed in the tag team belts. Like, these two are out of the company in their head. Like, they were like, they probably said to each other, we're not taking this bullshit. Because apparently it's not the first time that they've done this type of stuff to these two girls, that they've been pushing them around and doing shit.
Well, I know once at WrestleMania, Sasha Banks and Bayley like apparently freaked out about their position. It was the WrestleMania when Becky Lynch faced Charlotte, and I think Asuka got in. They added Asuka to the match, but Bayley and Sasha Banks felt like they were left to the side.
Yeah, exactly. And Sasha, it was Sasha though that walked out. Apparently, she left.
Yeah, she left for months after that.
Yeah, and she was
not because she was injured, just to like leave, and then that's when she came back with the blue hair.
Yeah,
remember before it was purple hair.
She left. She apparently, like, this is what I heard through the grapevine, was interested. She was so pissed. She was looking at going to either Impact or AEW. Like, she was ready. She's been ready to get the fuck out of there for a while now. Well, and they told her she quit at the WrestleMania. She said, I quit. Fuck this place. And apparently WWE, Vince himself said, no, you're not quitting. You're going home for a leave of absence. Like, he won't even take quit.
Yeah, it's like no.
No. Like, even Roderick Strong recently is another example.
Yeah,
of a guy
they just sent him to NXT UK. Horrible.
Yeah, and he's like, no, you don't quit. And I'm like, I fucking quit. Oh, no, you can't quit. Like, he won't even let people quit now.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, everybody'd walk out on this fucking company anymore. Because I'm not going to diss their producers, because I know some of the producers that are there, Petey Williams, Chris Park, Abyss, Adam Pearce, Mike Mondo. Is it Mike Mondo? I think. Like these guys are okay producers. I think there's a serious fucking problem, like we said again, in the suits. The guys between the producers, between Vince McMahon, that we have no clue who the fuck they are because they're fucking nobodies. They're just dudes out of college, writers from television. They're fucking up the shit royally in this goddamn company. Like
Well, think
royally.
about like this has never happened. I mean, wrestlers have walked out of companies before, but never like this, like during a live show. But you know what? I think it might draw more attention to Raw.
It probably will, but in a sense, is this
It's
good
not a
attention?
good kind of attention, but
No, because at the end of the day, Naomi will probably come back because her husband's there.
yeah, there you go. And her husband's in a great position. He's like bulletproof. The Usos cannot get fired. And I think they've proven that.
Yeah. Well, they're the whole fucking show right now. Like
Yeah.
no diss other guys on the show that are super fucking talented. They have at least 20 single wrestlers there that are superstar, like superstars. But besides the fucking bloodline, there's no angle because the writers in this fucking company suck. They fucking suck. They need to start writing a wrestling show and stop writing some fucking NBC Peacock TV drama show for kids. This is retarded. And you know what? I hope Sasha Banks this time doesn't fucking come back. I hope the next time we see her show up on TV is in AEW.
You know what I was thinking? Okay. At the beginning of AEW, they were really making it adamant that they were going to make it like the women were going to get equal everything, right? Kind of thing. I remember them saying this very clearly. But if you look at the top paid people in AEW, none of them are women. But I don't think that Tony Khan is against paying women a lot of money. I think it's because like WWE hasn't let any of the top women like let their contract go up. But
exactly.
I think if Sasha Banks wanted to go to AEW, Tony Khan will throw money at her.
Oh, hell yeah. He would. Who wouldn't throw money at Sasha? Like, okay, hands down, she's not in the top 10 best female wrestlers in the world, like per skill in the ring. Like I'm talking moves.
With
character,
everything combined, she's great.
She is. She's worth $1 million a year contract.
She's a risk taker in the ring. I've seen her do some pretty great stuff for sure.
Guys worship the ground she walks on.
Oh yeah, dude. Like, oh, for sure. For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't. It's
How
not
many followers does she have on Instagram? You can't buy that.
You can't buy that. No, you can't. You can't. Like at the end of the day, and she keeps getting put aside for Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch.
Yeah, and I'm not taking anything away of it at this point.
I am, and I'm not taking anything away from the woman's talent. Becky Lynch is a good woman wrestler, but there's no reason for her to be on top for 5 fucking years.
It's been 5 years now, basically. Yeah, man. And
nobody wants. It is
redundant at this time.
I turned the television station. No matter how talented it is, I'm tired of her monologue. I'm tired of her promos. I'm tired of hearing the man, I'm the man. No, you're not. You're the man because people decide that you win over other people. You're not the fucking man. You couldn't beat half the women in that goddamn room in a real fight. You know what I'm saying? Nonetheless, men. Like, let's face it. She's Seth Rollins' wife.
They're just set at this point.
They're just set. Yeah. They're a power couple. They pull a lot of strings. I've heard tons of complaints in interviews about them, like tons, about stuff that they pull off back fucking stage, the way they do, and it's always been like that in wrestling. There's always going to be those people that do that. I'm not taking anything away from their in-ring talent. Once again, they're 2 incredibly talented people. In real life, they're probably 2 really nice people. In the business of wrestling right now, they're fucking jerk-offs. They're jerking a lot of people in that goddamn company off. They're putting themselves on the top. They're putting themselves over and over and over again, but they're not over. No matter how many times.
Like unwatchable.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with The Miz. Talented dude, good on the microphone, puts himself over all the time. People don't like him. Like, I've asked tons of people. Everybody's like, I hate the fucking Miz.
Yeah.
I'm the only one that actually says, fuck, he's talented. Everybody's like, I hate the fucking Miz. And not I hate him as in a heel way, as in I fucking hate
Just don't want to
watching
see
him
him on TV. Yeah.
Why? Not because Mike is bad, because Mike is overutilized. When you overutilize somebody for years and years and years, it fucking becomes annoying. And this
And
is the
like a lot of these
situation.
guys we've seen for years, and it's like they get like 50-50 booking basically. They lose 1 week, win 1 week, lose 1 week. They're not, no one's like standing out. And like when you've seen these guys do this for like 10 years, it doesn't feel right when they're like, oh, we're choosing you to become like world champion now. It's like, why now? The guy's been like doing like nothing for the past 10 years.
Exactly.
Like a guy like
Exactly.
Sheamus. I don't know. There's a bunch of them, you know?
Yeah, there's a bunch we can name. But let's just go back to the fact that Sasha Banks can definitely carry any company's women's division. She could carry the WWE's belt and it would be perfectly fine. But they decide to keep giving it to Becky Lynch, keep giving it back to Charlotte, keep giving it to Becky Lynch, keep giving it back to Charlotte. Oh, Bianca Belair's here. We don't need Sasha Banks on top no more. We've got another token black woman to use, which is basically what it is right now.
Yeah.
In my fucking opinion.
It is what it is. So, how about some other news? Ric Flair apparently returning to the ring in July. It's not 100% confirmed, but apparently he's going to have maybe a 6-man tag, maybe at StarCast, which is run by his son-in-law, Conrad Thompson.
Yeah.
Apparently, Flair has a pacemaker in, but apparently his doctor said you're good to go at a limited capacity. He's already been training. He's already been taking bumps. He's already been running around. Apparently he's been working on his cardio. So
man.
What do you think about Flair coming back?
I mean, I would love to see footage or to see the match in a small arena. You know what I'm saying? Like a little thing, and you're like, oh, fucking good for him. He gets to just have fun. You know, do I want to see him show up at WrestleMania? Fuck no. No. But what I saw at that Comic-Con where him and Rick Morton were messing around and they were both like, we got enough for one more in us. I laughed and I was like, I would like to see that. I would really like to see him go one-on-one with Ricky Morton.
Yeah, apparently Rock and Roll Express was supposed to be involved in this 6-man tag, perhaps.
You know what I'm saying? I would love to see that in a small arena somewhere in a smaller company. You know what I'm saying? In front of like 1,000 people, 500 people that respect and love who they are and love old school wrestling and would love to just watch these two limitly go at each other. You know what I'm saying? Because you'd have to wrestle.
You gotta know what to expect here, of course.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And then it would just be fun. It would be like, this is awesome. Look at these two dudes doing what they love one last time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Not like to put all kinds of pressure on it on pay-per-view or whatever, but like you said, I like that idea. So let's get into talking about a local wrestling show of the week here. Montreal wrestling show. This is in Anjou sector of Montreal. It's at Deck Hockey Anjou. It's the AWF. It's their second show ever. It's at 9001 Parkway in Anjou, Quebec, which is in Montreal. Apparently 13 kilometers away from my house, so not that far, according to Google Maps here. Okay, so let's see. Run down a couple of matches on the card. We're going to have Frank Evans taking on Kevin Beru. We're going to have the Bitter Enemies taking on the team of Ice and Scream. Ice Cream.
That's, okay. I like the Bitter Enemies name, though. That's pretty
they
cool.
are Bitter Enemies. It's, we got Crime Legacy, which is one member of Crime Inc. and one member of Total Crazy Crew. Can't remember what his name is right here. I think it's Crasher Kid. and they're taking on from Ottawa, Junior Benito and the hot stepper McCray Martin. So yeah, this Takeshka Anjou is a up and coming league, but yeah, they're bringing in guys from Ottawa, so you can see a pretty good card.
They're trying to build something, so
yeah,
support them.
No, exactly, for sure. You can buy the tickets online on thepointdevente.com, or just go to AWF on Facebook, find their link for that.
What does AWF stand for?
Anjou Wrestling Federation.
Oh, so it's strictly an Anjou.
Yeah, they don't go outside of Anjou.
It's a hood. It's a hood thing.
It's the hood league, man.
It's a hood league.
I like that.
I like that. I mean, it's cool. It's cool. I mean, especially if you think of it, Anjou is a city inside of a city. Basically.
Yeah. It's pretty much its own.
You know, to us, we call them neighborhoods, but at the end of the day, they're little cities. You know what I mean? They have a representative. So it's kind of like watching wrestling here in Sorel. You know what I'm saying? So to them, it's they should have a big enough population to gain a following
around there.
For every
they
show.
Don't need necessarily the downtown people and stuff.
No, you get 50. Yeah, they get 50 to 100 people. That's perfect, man. At $15-$20 a pop, man. That's, you know what I mean? You're making what you need, you know.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, the indie scene has been getting some good turnouts lately. People are happy that no masks now, especially. That's really cool, you know.
Yeah, that's really gonna help a lot of people want to go out, you know. So
annoying vaccine things and all that.
Yeah.
So yeah, Brad Alexis has a réponse pour le guerrier. So it's gonna be Brad Alexis against Jason Gray. Spike taking on Sonic Seb. Spike, I believe, is a Longueuil guy from Longueuil, so represent.
You believe? What gave it up? The haircut?
I've seen him around Longueuil before. I don't know.
I'm just kidding.
He's a good guy, Spike. He's a good wrestler too. So then we got TNT, which is Tyler Turris and Kevin Gray, taking on XS and XS Jr. And we got Jake Taylor, Carl Jepson, and Mikey Thunder in a triple threat. So yeah, this looks like quite the show. I'd go to that. That's going to be tomorrow, which is Friday. It's Friday, guys, at 7 p.m. Friday. Start off the weekend with some good wrestling. And then a lot of people have Monday off. So, you know, long weekend.
Start off the evening. Start off at wrestling. And who knows where you finish.
That's it. Start off at wrestling. Stay up all fucking weekend. Go to work on Tuesday. Yeah. So, yeah, man. I guess we can get into it.
I remember the prez doing things like that. Starting off. Are you there?
Yeah. So yeah, we'll start off Dynamite.
Yeah.
So first match was in the Owen Hart tournament. Samoa Joe taking on the wild card, which turned out to be Johnny Elite now.
Yeah, he's Johnny Elite.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I wasn't expecting him, actually.
I was expecting him to show up there at some point. Wasn't expecting him to be a wild card. I was expecting him to get a little bit more of a push that he was coming to the company rather than a surprise like that. But you know what? I haven't seen anything yet is All Elite Wrestling. So was it just an appearance? You know what I mean? So yeah. I don't know if he's actually signed to the company or if he just said, I'm gonna,
make a one-time appearance.
Yeah, show up and see how it goes,
Yeah, so that's cool though. I like that. So it turned out to be an pretty decent match. Like pretty cool opener. Samoa Joe is
Yeah,
awesome so far, I find, in AEW.
Samoa Joe hasn't lost a beat. Samoa Joe's a beast.
Yeah. Yeah, he really is.
And that's just the matter of the fact. He's just a damn beast. He's a beast, man. He hasn't lost a step. But see, WWE never wanted Samoa Joe. They told him back when he was Ring of Honor champion and he went to TNA that they didn't want him. They don't like him because they think he's pudgy. He's not muscular enough for them. They never, ever, ever liked him.
Yeah,
So,
it's just kind of
I think
sad.
they just signed.
Yeah,
Yeah, you were saying just kind
they
of
signed him at a time when they were kind of rating TNA of talent. It was when Dixie Carter kind of sold the company and TNA couldn't keep these big contracts.
Exactly.
So then they put him in NXT. They didn't ever use him like that well. So finally we're seeing some good Samoa Joe matches here. He's awesome. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So he wins. After that, we get a confrontation between the Hardys and the Young Bucks.
Yeah.
So
that was I don't know. I don't know where they're going with this, but okay. They want to have a Hardys versus Young Bucks feud, I guess, in the near future because they've already had the Bucks take on Jurassic Express, and that didn't work. And you've got a bunch of other tag teams, so they have to find something for the Bucks.
Yeah. Well, they've
so
done
they're going to book this
Hardys.
dream match.
They've wrestled each other on the indies, but they've never wrestled each other, on a big stage like this. So I think it'll be cool. I don't love the build-up, but I mean, the only one who I would say is really great on the mic is Matt Hardy out of all four of them. So,
He is, but he sounds confused.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Confused as to kind of like he's kind of like half Matt Hardy with his delete, and then he's just half Matt Hardy. You know what I'm saying? He's like, hey, you two, don't talk to my brother or you'll be deleted. It's like, well, which one are you? The brother Nero. Is he brother Nero or is he Jeff?
No, I know. It's kind of not working that great. They got to work on that for sure. Yeah, the Hardy whole thing. But one thing's for sure, Jeff Hardy's been having some awesome singles matches, which we'll get to in the main event.
Oh yeah, he is. He's on fire. He says he feels great. So he looks like he feels great. I mean, how great does he feel though if he keeps backflipping onto fucking chairs 20 feet in the air and shit like that? I don't know how long he'll feel great.
Yeah, that's it.
But at the moment, he says he feels great. So good for Jeff. I mean, he looks great. He talks. He's completely lucid. He doesn't seem like, like he's taking medication for pain or anything. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it seemed like that. Like he would be really weird in his promos and stuff, like he was like, he wasn't like 100% lucid.
Guys get just kind of checked out and they're just kind of running through the motions. It depends if they're getting bad booking, basically. They get bored and they're just
they lose motivation. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So then we get Takeshka taking on Hangman. Hangman gets the win, but Takeshka, what a freaking awesome wrestler is this guy.
That's what I said. That's what I said yesterday. I was like, what rock has this kid been under? Like, I'll tell you what rock he's been under, DDT. Which is like a good Japanese wrestling federation, but they're known for having extravagant fucking niche shows and stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of they're very
comedy shows. They have weird. It's like a bizarre niche product. Mike Bailey wrestled there.
Tons. Kota Ibushi, Kenny Omega,
Ethan Page.
Yeah, a bunch of people have been there. They have money. They're not. You know what I mean? They're not like a secondhand company. Of course, they're not New Japan. They're not Noah. You know what I mean? They're not pro. Well, I'd say maybe they are about the size of Pro Wrestling Noah.
Maybe, Maybe in the same ballpark as that. Yeah, Noah. But these Japanese places, it's not only like New Japan that produces like great talent as we see here.
Oh, no. There's like 5 big companies over there. It's New Japan, Noah, DDT. All Japan still exists.
Yeah.
Which I was like,
Big Japan even exists.
Big Japan still exists. Yeah. But see,
Channing Decker did a tour there a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Big mostly Japan a hardcore promotion. They do a lot of hardcore.
A lot. And they're kind of like intertwined with Noah. Like Big Japan and Noah they have like, it's weird how they have their roster.
Like a tier system. Yeah, because even Noah is like affiliated with New Japan. It's almost a bit like soccer Champions League kind of thing.
Exactly. Like some wrestlers, and then they have, they actually classify their wrestlers.
Yeah,
like if you go Wikipedia, you look at their roster, they classify their roster as like he's a freelancer, which means he works for the company, but he's not contracted. They put it freelancer. And then they have like, if he's a hardcore wrestler, they say it next to it. Like he only participates in like hardcore
matches. Yeah.
This guy's a high flyer. He's a high flyer. Oh yeah. They also have Michinoku Pro, which trains a lot of wrestlers and puts on a lot of light. Dragon Gate.
Yeah.
Dragon Gate has a ton of
I've seen once a Dragon Gate USA show live in Toronto. It was their only ever show they ever did in Canada, and fuck, it was awesome.
It was.
Yeah. I won't go too much into it. We'll talk about it another time. But yeah, man, these guys are on another level.
Another level. They're so talented.
Like there's so many guys there that I'm just thinking about it that could, like there's this guy, BB Hulk. This guy was...
BB Hulk is amazing.
Yeah, he could be like a main eventer in like AEW right now, I'm sure of it.
And Impact was going to sign one of the guys. They were promoting a guy that's a big guy in Dragon Gate. Not BB Hulk, another guy. It's one name. What's his name?
Sema was there.
Sema was there.
Dragon Kid, who's like actually like 45 years old.
Yamato.
Yeah, he's amazing.
And Impact was supposed to sign him, and COVID hit. He was already booked. They were showing pictures of him like coming to Impact 3 years ago. COVID hit. Boom. Never heard anything about it again.
That's so sad. Never hit. He is amazing.
So
yeah,
maybe
Yamato.
we'll hear.
People should look these guys up. They're really, really good. So we'll continue. Punk was on commentary. I thought that was a great match. They're building up the pay-per-view. I honestly think is going to be pretty good.
It's going to be bomb. It's going to be a bomb. It's going to be worth shedding out the money for it, for real. Like, if you like wrestling, this pay-per-view is going to be sick.
It should have it all.
Yeah, it should. Just Page versus fucking Punk. Totally worth your money.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and we're gonna have. We'll get into it. There's some other matches that are unfolding as the night goes on here. We get Swerve and Keith Lee against Anthony Henry and JD Drake, the Workhorsemen. When they came out and they officially have a name and everything, I just said, okay, now they officially have too many tag teams.
They officially have way too many wrestlers on.
Yeah. They have over 100 males signed.
That's retarded. It's retarded. Can you please get Ring of Honor going for real and send some of these guys there?
Yeah, that's what they really need. They really
make it a completely separate entity with just appearances every now and then. Like, you can't keep it like this. Like, you've got
making every guy show up to freaking Dynamite, even if they're not on the show, like how they used to do at Nitro, which, okay, yeah, maybe the guys are happy they're getting paid now, but in like, eventually you're going to get complacent. You're going to get bored of just never being on the show. You have to show up for no reason, but you're still getting paid this crazy amount of money.
Crazy amounts of money. It's just waste of money. But you know what though? I think a lot of these cats live in the area.
Yeah, they moved down there for sure.
So many wrestlers live in Florida now. It's retarded. Especially indie guys. A lot of indie guys or people who expected to go to NXT and stuff
Well,
like
yeah,
that.
I mean, go down there. It's cheaper for a tryout, and then like you're right there. And if you got
Yeah,
AEW and WWE right there, I mean, you try to play one off
exactly.
the other, do what you got to
Yeah,
do.
that's what a lot of them seem to be doing. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So one